And here we have Rosa's teacher, Miss Stefanich. No problem. So listen, I understand that you are Rosa's teacher.
Yes, I am.
And in Michigan, teachers took a survey about how they pretty much like drop their students, how they just quit. 34% say that some do, 16% say a lot, 6 are undecided, and 12% say that none. Where do you think you fall into one of those categories?
I would have to say that I do feel frustration in my students, but I personally don't feel like I just give up on them. I do try to get them to understand what the lesson plan is and everything, but I could say that I do give up on them a little bit.
So, about 6% you're undecided?
I guess you could say that.
Explain to us your frustration now that your teacher is here in front of you, Rosa.
Well, I feel very weird because I feel like what she say is not true.
Explain to us. How can you support that?
She say that she tried to help, but maybe yes to Emily and Ashley, but to me, no.
Oh, okay. How do you think Rosa's doing in school?
Rosa struggles in school. She does. English is not her primary language. I understand that. She is Mexican and she speaks Spanish. Spanish is her primary language, and she does struggle in class with her other classmates and the projects that we do in class. I do try to help you, Rosa. I just don't think you try hard enough. And I tell you, go home, practice your English with your parents.
But I can't because my dad, he work, and my mom, she not here, and no.
I did not know that. She nor her dad, mom have come up to me with concerns about her education in school. And I can't know about that. I've asked her, have you been studying at home? But I don't get any responses. So it really is not my fault. I am the teacher, but she's a student and she should know what to do or say to the teacher when she's struggling.
Have you tried helping her outside of class or anything?
I've never been asked, so I can't.
How do you feel about that?
I don't know. I say what I know.
Do you think bilingual education will hurt or help Rosa learn?
Right now it's hurting her. I do feel like it is hurting her.
Do you think bilingual education is hurting her?
Yes.
How?
English is hard for her, and I don't know Spanish, so I can't help her out as much as I'm thinking she would want me to. I don't know how to speak Spanish. I could possibly bring in someone who could help me help her in her studies. But right now, it's definitely not getting her anywhere. She's really behind compared to her classmates.
All right, thank you for joining us today on this show, on the Maury Show. It was nice for you guys to come and join us. And you guys promised me that you guys will work together, accomplish all the problems that she has or whatever she needs help in education, help her get her grades up.
Yeah.
You promise?
Yes, we'll do our best.
All right, well, thank you for having us here today, Miss Stefanich.
Thank you, Maury.
You too, Stefanich. And here we have a free laptop. There you go. No problem, free laptop. And as for that, we have a 1 year at Sylvan Learning Center and a 10 all paid for English as a second language classes. And lastly, a Rosetta Stone learning package. So I hope you do good. You guys do good, okay? And the resources are out there. You just need to ask. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we have Mike Rose again and Richard Rodriguez. So after hearing Rose's story, did you have to go through any similar stuff like that in your lifetime? Were you struggling like that, anything?
I did actually. Growing up in a poor neighborhood in Los Angeles, I wasn't open to many opportunities. I was actually never really a good student. I struggled with speaking English, and I always tried asking for help, but I didn't know how to ask it, and I was always never really a good student. That is until I met Professor McFarland. He really did help me, and he opened my eyes to a lot of brand new opportunities I never realized before. And because of him, I realized how much I love reading and how much I love writing. And now, even today, I'm an author, and I've won lots of awards. You know.
That's a great accomplishment. Good job. Let's give it up for everybody. So, Richard Rodriguez, what do you have to say about that? Like, how do you, with Rosa's story, what do you think about that?
Well, I completely think that she's not a disadvantaged student. She has the resources in the school. She has Mrs. Stefanich. Is that how you pronounce it? Thank you. All right, she has Mrs. Stefanich there to help her. I'm sure there's bilingual books, bilingual education that, I mean, she could do at home. She doesn't have to, you know, I think it's ridiculous, completely ridiculous. I think she needs to step it up in her classes.
Remember, you're both entitled to your own opinion, alright? So, Rodriguez, in your autobiography, you have strong opinions on affirmative action. Explain that to us.
Well, I think that affirmative action is also completely ridiculous. I mean, it doesn't create equal opportunity like it's supposed to. Instead, it makes it so that companies just want to fill their quota. I'm going to explain affirmative action for you real quick. Companies have this quota that they have to meet, hiring different genders and minorities. And so, let's say there's two people that are applying for this job, but they need one more, say, Hispanic person in order to fill their quota. But this Hispanic person doesn't even have the amount of experience that this, say, Anglo has. And then they choose the Hispanic over the Anglo because they needed to fill their quota. I think it's ridiculous.
Ridiculous?
Ridiculous.
Okay. There you go, folks. Thank you for joining us today. That's all we have. We're running out of time. And everyone that came will get a free book, Lies on the Boundary. And you guys learn a lesson from this in education. Don't forget, just ask and it should be provided.